We are winter breaking it officially now. It is not technically winter yet. We still have a couple of days, and I'm holding on to those couple of days, even though it is currently snowing outside. Winter is coming. It's time for a new decades challenge. 1970s. We're coming up. We still have a couple of days. We still have 2 days before it is officially winter. So I'm going to finish up my 1970s challenge. So this time around, I decided I wanted to do a little bit different. I wanted to give a couple of options. So I went ahead and I thrifted some outfits, and I am making an outfit. I'm getting really crazy with these challenges. We'll get to the thrifted outfit. I feel like that's just kind of like a reveal. There's not really much to it. I did find a lot of really good stuff that I'm really excited about, especially the pants. They're a little bit tight, but otherwise I'm pretty excited about these thrifted outfits. The only thing that I am not 100% certain on are the shoes. I wasn't really able to find anything wintry that just like screamed 70s at me. So we'll have to cross that bridge. That is a problem for future Lindsay. For the actual dress that I'm going to make, I'm going with Simplicity 6927. When I say that I spent probably an hour and a half just on these pleats, that is a lie. I probably spent much longer than that because I gave up the other night and walked away from it because I was so frustrated. So an hour and a half this morning has been spent already on this dress trying to figure out these stupid pleats. So that's where we are. You're caught up to where I'm at on this actual pattern, but I wanted to sort of take a break, not just because I'm frustrated, but because I also want to procrastinate the sewing process. What fabric did I go with? Originally, I wanted to do what I felt was very 70s, and I wanted to go with a sort of brown plaid number. I don't think I would have had enough of this fabric, to be honest with you, because this dress actually it takes a lot of fabric, I found out. It feels like it needs to be used for something. It's just not going to be used for this project. I ended up going with this gorgeous fabric. I feel like this just doesn't do it any sort of justice. This is a bright fabric. It's an attention getter. The actual pattern is only one size, and it is not my size. This is a size 12. I wear a size 16 for the most part, so I needed to make this bigger. I've never actually tried to make a pattern bigger that was just one size. Normally when I do it, I will use the other sizes and sort of gauge where I need to like add on to it. So since I didn't have that for this dress, I actually went back to my summer 1986 video, grabbed my pattern, the Simplicity 7380, looked at the pattern that I used for the top to sort of figure out where a size 12 was and then how much bigger I needed to make it. And I measured out how much bigger each side I made it, and then I did that for the 6927 pattern. I hope this makes sense. My first step is to work on the tucks. Once I finish the tucks, I will work on the darts that are also at the top of the shirt. Okay, we're getting there. I'm still not 100% sure that I'm doing this the right way, but I think going from this side to the front is easier and it's still more uniform. We'll see what it looks like up at the end, but so far it's looking much better than when I tried to do it the other way. Baby steps, baby steps. We are done with all of the different tucks. So now I'm going to do the dart. The tucks have been tucked. The dart has been darted. I still need to take an iron to it so that it's all like nice looking. I think I did an okay job here. I'm looking at my instructions. Guys, I'm actually following these instructions as best as I can. This is where we break away because I am not making the button loops. I actually just bought some beading cord elastic. I just want to get to the point of like actually constructing this dress because I feel like right now it looks like a whole lot of nothing. Did I actually cut out sleeves? I hope I did. Did I? I had to have. I had to have. Time will tell. Do you know what I just realized? I feel like I've been going like really slow and I haven't been able to like really focus on getting everything done the way I want it to get done. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm dazed. It's because I haven't been watching Rocket Man. Like, I can almost guarantee you that's exactly what it is. I have to watch that now. I feel like Pavlov's dog. I have to have that movie on or I cannot craft properly at this point. Update. I did not actually end up using this beading cord elastic. Mainly, I just could not figure out the best way to get this to attach to fabric. I ended up going with this 6mm elastic. I have tons of it. When we were in ye old COVID days and I had to make a bunch of masks, got a bunch of this. I cut 8 2-inch strips. So that's what this is. Here I attached it to the very edge. I don't have any video of this process because it took all 12 of my brain cells to figure out how to do this. It was not time to try and figure out how to record this. All right, well, I'm officially freezing. I had to help Josh with the snowblower. As it sits, I have to do one more stitch and then it's pretty much like good to go. Oh, I should have mentioned this is a 1975 pattern, in case you're wondering. And also, I didn't know. I just assumed it was in the 70s based on what it looked like. I was right. I feel like as this day has progressed, my hair has just gotten bigger and bigger. Okay, so this is where we're ending for the night. I actually have a shape of a dress. Quick little dress tour. I did add the darts in the back, which are like super tiny. I don't know how useful they actually were, but I am trying my best to follow the directions on this. After I press everything where it's supposed to be pressed, I will be working on making some bias tape, which I've never done. This is a lot of firsts for me on this project. I've never sewn any sort of tucks. I've never sewn any sort of elastic into a garment before. Why not try making some bias tape for the first time? It did not give me any sort of pattern for this. A while back, I purchased bias tape makers. I have one that is 25mm and I have one that is 12mm. I might do the 25mm. I feel like the 12mm might not be thick enough, like wide enough. After that, it's really just sewing the sleeves on and sewing up the sides. Day one of actual sewing done. I think we've got a good start for tomorrow. We're gonna take advantage of the sunlight and just really enjoy it while it lasts. Today is officially the last day of autumn, and you can tell a storm is a-brewing. I have officially made my bias. I tried my best to press my tucks. This fabric didn't really give two craps about the iron and what my goals were. For the bias tape, I ended up having to just like pin it down. I'm hoping, since I've never actually done any sort of bias tape work before, I don't want to sew these down. I want to wait until I actually have them attached. I don't really know how to attach these, like to each other, the bias tapes. Should have done some research on this before jumping headfirst into it. It can't be that difficult. What do the instructions say? They don't. For anybody keeping track at home, I am on my second viewing of Rocket Man. I just finished my first viewing for this project and now we've moved on to the second viewing. I know you guys were all just dying of curiosity. I have all of the bias pinned to the collar portion. I tried to put this through my machine and it was like, you peasant, no. So I will hand stitch this together real quick and then I will be ready to actually stitch the whole entire thing on to the dress. Let me get back to my regularly scheduled Rocket Man viewing. The change is gonna do me good. Maybe this isn't the most productive movie I could be watching, but I just love Taryn so much. I think it's gonna be a long time. almost done. So close. After I get done sewing this bias tape on, I will sew up the sides, and then I will sew up the sleeves, and then I will sew the sleeves on. And then it should be pretty close to being done from there. Rocket Man viewing number 2 complete. I have the sides sewn up and I am working on getting the sleeves put in. I am struggling. Sleeves are always rough for me. I don't know why. I think I'm ready just to head to the reveal. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know. I think it works. Hold on. Hold on just one second. God, there's too much on me. Okay. I feel like... Do you know what? I'm pretty proud of this. I may end up shortening this just so that it's maybe just below my knee. That way it doesn't feel so nightgowny as it's feeling right now. I feel like the jewelry and the accessories and the hair kind of made it, because when I tried this on last night, granted one of the sleeves wasn't done and I still needed to like add the buttons and then hem the bottom. It was very nightgowny looking. I did not think this was going to be a successful venture. About halfway through I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But you know what? I made this and I kind of followed the directions kind of a little bit almost. I'm gonna say I'm growing as a creator and I'm pretty proud of myself. This feels Christmassy. You know what? I'll credit where credit is due. My youngest knew what he was talking about. It's not too shabby. But I do think adding the gold touches, I don't know where these two came from. I think my mother-in-law gave these to me. And then this necklace came from my grandfather, so it's probably actually from the 70s, and it's heavy. The hair is probably my favorite part, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm not used to wearing curly hair, so I'm like, ooh, ah. But also, this could be like a thing, I feel like. I could maybe start embracing some more 70s hair, some more 70s looks. I think if I had hot rollers, I could have been done with this hours ago. I'll show you the other ones and we'll come back. Okay, something I'm learning. These jeans are not made for sitting. This is, look at these. Look at them. And like full bell bottom, like I'm so excited about these jeans, but you know what? I have not learned how to sit in them and still breathe. Like I feel like I need to unbutton them just so that I can sit, but it is making me sit up a lot straighter, so maybe that's like the whole purpose for them. I feel like my legs are like glued together. I cannot man spread at all. No, man spreading makes it worse. Jewelry, once again, not really sure. This one I got from my mom. I collect owl jewelry, so I feel like the 70s is where my owl jewelry is meant to live, so I'm trying to share some of that. This top I thrifted, the pants I thrifted. I didn't realize how many outfits I had. Listen, this is, I don't know if it's real. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it is. I thrifted this vest a while ago. I think it was like in the summer. My youngest insisted on it, and you know what? I think it kind of paid off. Same jeans. Just the vest over it, without. I feel like I have a very 80s look almost. minus the jewelry. Got my mom jeans, which I'm still so proud about. Same jewelry, I just added this owl necklace because like I said, I have a lot of owl jewelry and I don't regret any one of those pieces. I feel like my hair is kind of going flat. I have like 10 good minutes where my hair is like, I will behave, and then the rest of the time it's like, bro, you had your time. I love the 70s so much. I feel like if there was an era that I could just like wear a lot of the clothing, this would be probably the era. There's so many different options because you have like the early 70s, which feed off of the 60s still, and then you have the late 70s that has those like nicer 80s looks, like the 80s looks that I like the best. This has been a wild ride and I'm for it. I love this. We're gonna send it back to the knit dress, Lindsay. That is everything. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This has been a fun one for me. If I haven't mentioned it yet, I was kind of shooting for 1975-ish. If you like this, please like and subscribe, all that. And I hope you have happy holidays and happy new year if I don't get a new video up by then. And I will see you in my next video. Take it easy.